Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Alan. Um, Fairly new to two things going on here today. Number one, new to YouTube creating, and number two, I'm fairly new to 3D printing. I got interested in 3D printing because it would solve some problems that I have around the house, some things that I need that, of course, I could go purchase. Um, but the ability to print them off myself and have them just as accessible and sturdy as what the stuff we buy from the stores. So I thought long and hard and talked to a lot of people as far as what kind of printer I wanted. I looked at the Elegoo, I looked at Creality, I looked at so many different ones, but I settled in on Bambu Labs for several reasons. First one is just ease of use. Literally just take them out of the box, remove a few screws, assemble a few things, um, and you're off and printing. The first printer I got was the P2S. I got it simply because it was um, one of the guys at my job that I've got because I work a full time job. He had the P2S and he suggested I get that. So I did some research, talked to my wife, and sure enough, ended up buying the P2S. I did get the AMS2 Pro for multicolor prints. Got it home, started boxing it up and unboxing it. And sure enough, I mean, right out of the gate, it printed perfect, flawless. If there were any incidents with them, it primarily happened because of user error. Again, being new, not really being around the 3D printing scene, it was just easier for me to, jump on Maker World and search what I wanted, and right there it was. So first few prints, probably the first week was just experimenting and having fun with it. Then I started diving into the things that I could, use, such as like my daughter. She has a knife drawer that she's got where all her knives are just stuck into this drawer. So I printed off a nice little knife holder that held a wide variety of sizes and everything. And there were much, you know, more models online that you could have gotten I could have got. But I chose this one for the simplicity and the size of it and everything, and it worked out great. She's using it to this day. As a matter of fact, I printed off another one for myself and my wife, and we use it in the kitchen. A couple months after the P2S, we got broke in on it. Uh, my wife actually started getting into the 3D printing with me. So when I was at work, I'd try and print something, and the printer would be busy, and it was my wife printing stuff. So we talked about it, and we were going to buy another printer, which is where this one came in. So this one is the X2D, and I got it for several reasons. Number one, the dual head, the dual nozzle, um, which is kind of a misconception because you have your primary nozzle, then you've got your auxiliary nozzle, which really isn't a nozzle, but we'll get into that later whenever I break it down. And then about a month or so later, a month and a half, I was going to actually get the A1 with the AMS Lite, and then the A2L was coming out, much bigger build plate. So I thought, well, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. And I went ahead and ordered the A2L with the AMS Lite combo. Now, what you can see right now, it's working. Uh, I still am very new to this 3D printing, and so my hopes is that with my journey along the way of learning this and learning the slicer settings and learn how to model because I have no idea how to model. I'll take you right along with me, and we can learn it all together. Um, but I think that these things are a great advantage to people that need problem solved. I've printed anything as what's printing on here right now is a dinosaur for one of the grandkids. But I printed several useful things. I had a Craftsman toolbox that I gave my son-in-law. Nice big 300 plus piece tool set, but the problem was that the safety latches uh, were gone. So I actually found the file and printed it off, and it works perfectly. Um, those things you can find all day long to solve your little problems. Basketball nets and stuff for the other grandkids to play with. Uh, but other than toys and knickknacks and stuff like that, 3D printers are an awesome thing because they can solve a wide variety of problems. Um, the files that are online on Maker World and others that we'll go through, uh, they're all right there at the ready. All you've got to do is just search it when you go on the Maker World, and there it is. You can push print and go. Now, some of the models don't support the printer that you might have. I've run across several times where none of my printers were supported on any of the files. So that kind of put a damper in things, but that's not to say that it won't work. You may have to go in and adjust it, which again, I personally have never modeled or just now started getting into adjusting slicer settings and adjusting infills and everything like that. Still not very comfortable with it, but hey, it's something that we'll work through together. And I look for good constructive criticism all the time. But I chose the P2S because it was a great beginner printer. Honestly, just a plug and play, get it out of the box, put it together, kind of thing that, within 35 minutes or so, I think I printed, the first Benchy off of it. Same with the X2D. It's a bit more complicated to figure things out as far as the auxiliary nozzle and everything like that, but it definitely comes in handy because this thing, when you go to slice your plate, will actually kind of configure how they want the filament set up and the best savings for filament and things like that. So, but then again, like I said, the A2L is just a phenomenal printer. It's much bigger build plate. I wasn't really sure how I'd settle in with the bed slinger, but hey, I mean, the table it sits on is very sturdy, and it has to be because, as it's known as a bed slinger, this thing moves back and forth quite violently. So make sure you've got it on a steady surface. And we'll deep dive into every printer that I've got, all the different types of filament that I've been using. I want to stay with the Bambu printers. Just out of the box, for me, the ease of using is perfect for what I need. It's perfect for what my wife wants. Um, will I possibly try different printers in the future? Sure. I'm not opposed to trying anything, which is why I got into 3D printing. But same with the filament. I love the Bambu platform just altogether because you put a new roll of filament in the AMS. It's got a chip in there that as soon as you load the filament in, it detects it, tells you what kind it is, what color it is, everything that you need to know about that particular filament. So I think that the Bambu Lab platform for me is perfect. I don't have to go in and modify what color it is or anything like that. So if you're looking to just as an ease of startup, right out of the gate, a Bambu printer, you can't go wrong with it. So I appreciate your time today. We're going to deep dive into each one of my printers. If you don't know much like I don't, we'll learn this step together. So again, my name is Alan. Welcome to the channel Camp Design. I would appreciate a like, and if you could subscribe, that'll help kind of start this channel and get it going on its right way. So again, looking forward to sharing my time and my knowledge with each of you, and looking for your knowledge to come my way. Have a good day.